Good wishes, dear students. In today's class, you will learn about the calculating the number of atoms in a cubic unit cell. When we say cubic unit cell, it may be a primitive unit cell or a non-primitive unit cell. Another term for primitive unit cell is also called as a simple cubic unit cell. What's the meaning of it? Atoms will be present only along the corners. Now unit cell has got 8 corners, so atoms will be present at the 8 corners. Now non-primitive unit cell, when we say, there are 3 categories. One is a body-centered cubic system, the other one is a face-centered cubic system and a edge-centered cubic system. So in today's class, we will learn about how to calculate the number of atoms in a particular unit of cubic system. Before we move on to that, you need to know some terms involved in a unit cell. Now this is the structure of one unit cell. Unit cell has got how many corners? 8 corners are there. So I have marked it with a blue color dot. So I have written corners is equal. Corners are 8 corners are there. Next term, in a unit cell, there are some terms you need to understand. Term number 1, corner. So how many corners are there? 8 corners are there. Next one, edge or a edge length or a lattice constant. If you remember, when you learnt the primitive crystal system, their edge length you have learnt A is equals to B is equals to C and A is not equal to B is not equal to C. Those parameters. So in terms of edge, when I say how many edges are there? 12 edges are there. Let me count here. I'm counting the number of lines present, the number of edges. So 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So these are called as a edge. How many edges are there? Edges are 12. Corners are 8 and edges are 12. So you understand, when I say edges here, I'm just counting. This is one edge for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 lines are there. We call them as a edge length or a lattice constant. So edges are 12, corners are 8. You understand. The next concept, each edge will have a center point in it. It's called as a edge centered. In terms of calculating the number of atoms, these terms you need to understand. So each edge will have a center, that's called as a edge center. Instead of marking everywhere, I'm just marking only at one side so that I don't confuse you all with the explanation. So corners you know to understand, edges you know to understand, the meaning of edge centered you understand. Next, we are moving on to the faces. Cube has got how many faces? 6 faces, meaning 6 sides are there. Now if we calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 sides are there. So each side, as I told you, each side will have an atom in the middle of the particular face. It will be there. So I'm marking an atom here. So this is called as a face. So I'm marking it as a face. So how many faces are possible for a one unit cell cube? When we say 6 sides will be there. So 6 faces are possible. Each face will have an atom in the middle of it. So we call them as a face centered. So 6 faces are there. Each face will have one atom or a particle in the middle. They are called as a face centered. Next, we are moving on to the concept called body centered. What's the meaning of body centered? Apart from the primitive unit, that is atoms at the corner, there will be one particle in the middle of the unit cell. So this we call it as a body centered. How many body centered particles can be there? Each unit cell can have only one. So only one particle is present. So corners are 8. Edges are 12, faces are 6, body centered, when we say each unit cell will have only one particle in the middle. So that's called as a body centered. Next we are moving on to the term called diagonal. Now let me draw it on the other side here. Now, if I take this faces here, like 6, 8, 9, this particular faces, if I take corner to corner, I can join it. They are called as a face diagonal. This particular one is called as a face diagonal. So each side we can draw the diagonal shape of it. So it's called as a face diagonal. One more type of diagonal is possible. That is body. Within the body there is a particle. So I can draw the diagonal within the body from opposite corners here. So I can draw it also in this direction. I can also draw it in this direction. Direction is not a possible. All you need to know is the terms involved in it. So this is called as a body diagonal. So I hope I'm not confusing you all. So unit cell, when you take so many terms, you need to understand what's the meaning of body centered and how many atoms are being shared. Corners, when we say 8 corners are there, edges 12, and what's the meaning of edge centered? Faces, 6 faces are there. What's the meaning of face centered? And a body diagonal, there is an atom in the middle. From corner to corner, they can be joined. They're called as a body diagonal. Then face diagonal, again here atoms are present there. So we can draw the diagonal lines is called as a face diagonal. These are the terms involved in it. Now we need to see what's their contribution to calculate the number of atom. The small trick I will give you, this might help you better. Point number 1. Corners, when we say. How many corners are present? 8 corners are present. In terms of contribution, 8 corners are present, but what's the contribution of the corner to a single unit cell? The contribution is 1 by 8 only. So I'm repeating, I'm not confusing you. 8 corners are there. But 8 corners, we don't say one full atom is being contributed to the unit cell. Only 1 by 8 part of it. I will explain to you in terms showing you the shapes of it. So remember, contributions by the corners are 1 by 8. Now when we calculate in terms of the calculations, so 8 corners are sharing 1 by 8 part of the S. So what will be the final answer? So the number of atoms is shared by the corner is equals to 1. First answer is over. So 8 in terms of corners we understand. I'll tell you this point when I show you the shapes with an explanation. Moving to edge of it. Now edge. How many edges are there? 12 edges are there. Now the contributions by the edges. Contributions by the 12 edges are there. Contribution by the edges equals to 1 by 4. Now if you watch the shape here, I have taken the shape. This is the edge for me here. Now this, okay, let me take this edge here. This is the edge for me I'm taking about. So this one, to bring it into a whole, it's shared with a one more unit cell. Now still it's a 3-dimension pattern we are talking about it. So the structure is not completed. The whole complete 3D dimension. So one more unit is being shared here. And similarly one more unit is being shared. So what's the point we are trying to say? One edge. 4 units are sharing 1/4 of their edges to make into a whole unit. So the contributions by the edges equals to 1 by 4. So if we calculate in terms of it, 12 edges are contributing 1 by 4 of their part. So what will be the answer when we calculate here? The answer is equals to 3. So number of atoms shared by the edges equals to 3. Number of atoms shared by the corners is equals to 1. Next we move on to in terms of faces. Faces, when we say how many faces are there? 6 faces are there. Now what's their contribution? What's their contribution? The contribution is by only half of it. Now let me tell you in detail. So now I have taken a cube with a marked point here. So this is a lattice point. For this particular face, I have a lattice point here. Now if it joins with another unit here. So this lattice point is shared by the another unit, meaning half of the lattice point belongs to this unit and the another half is shared by this unit. So what's the meaning of contribution? Half to this unit and half to this another unit here. So contribution is equals to only 1 by 2. Now if we calculate how many phases are there? 6 phases, but only half of them are being contributed to for a 1 unit cell. So what's the answer is equals to the total number comes up to 3 here. So I'm not confusing you. 8 corners are there. This part alone I will explain to you with the shape of it here. So 8 atoms are contributing 1 by 8 part of this. So when we cancel, we get, so number of atoms contributed by the corners is making up to only 1. Edge, when we say 12 edges are there, contributions by the edges will be 1 by 4. So 12 edges are contributing 1/4 of their edges only. 1/4 of their part here. So when we simplify, we get 3 as the answer. Phases, contributions are 1 by 2, meaning, remember I have marked a phase here. When we combine it with a one more unit, this phase is shared only between these two. No other units are needed for their completion. So 1 by 2. When we simplify, we get 3 as the answer. The one more thing is, in terms of corner we have finished. In terms of edges we have finished calculating. In terms of phases also we have finished calculating. We are left with the contributions in the body center. Now when we say body centered, how many atoms or particles are present in one unit cell? Only one. And this one is common or shared by the whole of the unit cell. I will tell you when we calculate the numbers of it. So body center, contributes one unit or one particle entirely to the unit cell. So these are the 4 little calculations you have to remember. By the corner, it's 1 by 8, edges 1 by 4. The whole number 1 as the answer, 3 as the answer and 3, and by the body centered only 1. Now we'll move on to the explanation part of it. So you understand the general terms involved in a unit cell. This concept you need to know. The calculations part of it you need to know. Now we'll move on to the actual calculation. So the first category, primitive or a simple cubic unit cell. What's the meaning of it? 8 corners will be there. Each corner will have a 1 atom in it. So each corner is occupied by ions or atoms or molecules. You know it very well. Point number 2, they touch along the edges and not diagonally. If you remember, look at these structures here. This is one face of the cube I have taken. If you see here, along the edges, they touch one another only along the edges. Now this is the edge for me. They touch only along the edges and diagonally they have no points to touch themselves. So that's why I have written, they touch along the edges and not diagonally. Point number 3, coordination number is 6. In terms of coordination number, in the previous class I made a slight mistake. I'm sorry about it. I forgot to involve the number of atoms above and below. So if I take once again, I'll show you here clearly. Now I'm talking about the same type of structures. Unit cell I have drawn. Now if you see here, atoms are present at the corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Atoms are present at the corner. The next what you have to remember is each side or each face divided into 4 parts of it. So if you keep a dot here and if you keep a dot, draw a line. It's divided into 2. Keep a dot here and keep a dot here, further divided into another category. So each face is divided into 4 parts. Similarly, come down here. This face also you divide by 4. So you join the points here. Keep a point here, keep a point here, join these points. So this face is also divided by 4. Divided into 4 division. Similarly, so each side you try to divide into 4 divisions, combine. Now similarly here, already the points are existing, join. Now keep 2 more points here, join the line. Now all you have to do here is, so if you can see 4 divisions, you can see lower part of it 4 divisions, upper part of it 4 divisions, and the other one also 4 divisions. Now here also you join the point. Keep a dot here and keep a dot here, join them over. Only 2 divisions we can see. So keep a point here and keep a point, join here. So if you see here, now this part is left over. Combine these points here. 1, 2. Keep a everywhere. Each side should be divided into 4 category. So if you can see here, 4 divisions here, 4 divisions here, 4 divisions here. In this direction horizontally, when you see also 4 divisions, the middle layer has got a 4 divisions and the lower layer has got a 4 divisions. Now I'm coming back to teach you what's the meaning of coordination number. I'm sorry, the previous class I made it as a 4, forgetting about the 2 points. So I'm rectifying it here. So I'm talking about the particle here. Coordination number, when we say number of neighboring atoms or particles surrounding the point of interest. My point of interest I marked with a red color. Now we have to calculate how many neighbors are there. So if you see here, one neighbor here, another neighbor 2, one neighbor here and one neighbor here 4. 2 more are there in front of the plane 1, behind the plane 1. So together what's the coordination number for a primitive or a simple cubic unit cell? Coordination number is 6. See here ma. So if the point of interest is here, if you count the number of atoms surrounding the particular particle will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. So coordination number is 6. The next one, each corner is a share between 8 unit cells. We are moving on to the little extra explanations. Now if I see here, this is 1 unit cell. Now I have taken this to be the corner of it. Okay, this is the point of corner for me here. Now when we say 3 dimension, it's shared with a 1 more corner here. 1 more corner here. Now do we complete the structures here? Now if you look at this one, how many more? Only 1 sector of the circle is present. So how many more circle sectors you require? 3 more sectors to complete, to make it as a sphere. So you have to add 1 more here. So I'm explaining in terms of corner, simple cubic cell. So I've got a 2, 3 are over. Coming back to make it a whole, I'm adding 1 more. So this is the 3D dimension. When we say layer should be there, this is the lower layer of it. So let me mark it here. This is contributing 1 sector of the atom or a particle. This is contributing 1 sector of the atom or a particle. This unit is contributing 1 sector of the particle. Remember this structure, how do we share this sectors here, and this is contributing. Since we are talking about a 3 dimension, 2 layers should be there. To give you the best example, apple. If you cut into horizontally, you will get a lower half and an upper half of it. So this particular structure talks about the lower half of the structure. Now to give into a whole, you have to add 1 on top of it. Similarly, add 1 more on top of it here. So the structure is not completed still. So you add 1 more here. And you add a 1 more structure here. So together, how many unit cells have we combined it to make it into a 1 particular particle? 8 cube unit cells we have joined it. This is the meaning of, I hope I made my points clear. This is the meaning of each atom, each corner is a share between 8 unit cell. So now you will understand better what I wrote here. Contributions will be 8 corners are there, but how much of the sector they contributed? They contribute 1 sector only, they contributed here. So 8 corners, atoms are contributing 1 by 8 part of it, finally giving us 1 atom on the whole. So therefore, number of atoms in a simple cubic unit cell is equals to Nc by 8. NC is nothing, number of atoms at the corner. So 8 atoms are contributing 1 by 8 part of it. If we cancel, we get 1 as the answer. The structure of a simple cubic will be only atoms are present at the corners alone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 over. Let's move on to the second one. So you understand how to calculate the number of atoms. All these terms I have explained to you all. Now in terms of body-centered cubic system. Now what's the meaning of body-centered cubic system? As we have seen, there is one atom, only one particle or atom or ion present in the middle of the unit cell. So atoms are present in the corner and in the center of the unit cell. Remember the pattern here. If you consider this to be the center of the unit cell. So atoms, again I'm telling you, we don't have the whole atom being shared. One sector of the atom is being shared here. I mean all the unit cells. So atoms are, what's the point we have written? Atoms are present in the corner and in the center of the unit cell. In the corner also, not as a whole, 1 by 8 part only is being shared here. So one is in the middle of the thing. One atom is in the middle of the body. Here, particles do not touch each other. If you see here, if the particle is in the middle, in terms of cubic, simple cubic, the edges were touching one another. The particles were touching one another. Now when we see, when there is an atom in between, the edges do not touch themselves. In case of simple cubic, there is no atom in the middle. So the edges are touching one another. In terms of body centered, because there is an atom in the middle, the edges do not touch one another. Each body centered atom is shared between only one unit cell. That's what I've told you in the structure. It is shared only within the unit cell, not outside the unit cell. The next point is coordination number is 6. You understand the coordination number is 8 here. You understand what is the coordination number for a primitive unit cell, how to calculate it. Now in terms of this explanation. Now we will see the coordination number for a body centered. If I draw the structure. Yeah. How many corners? Every, whether non-primitive cell also will have a unit cell with the 8 corners over. Body centered, when we say there is an atom in the middle. Now we have to understand or explain how the 8 corners are being shared. If you look at it, this in the middle. From the upper point of view, 4 corners are there. So the 4 corners, remember here one corner here, one corner here, one here and one here. They do not touch one another, but they touch themselves to the center of the atom that is present here. So they can combine, share themselves with the central atom or a particle. Similarly, for this corner here and this corner are over. This is for the upper layer. The lower layer, again, what's the calculation? They will be connected to the leftover 4 corners. So this is the meaning of one atom is surrounded by how many neighbors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the meaning of coordination number is 8 for the body centered. Now when we move in terms of calculation, number of atoms per unit cell is equals to NC by 8. NC is meaning what? Number of atoms at the corner. As I told you, primitive cell, number of primitive unit cell will be present for every category. Apart from it, body centered, face centered, additional lattice points will be here. So NC by 8 plus NB by 1. What's the meaning of NB? Body centered unit cell. How many body centered, when we say how many particles are there? Only one particle, and it's contributed wholly to the unit cell. So we write here 8 by 8. You understand from where do I get 8 by 8 plus 1 by 1? When we simplify the contributions, number of atoms in a body centered unit cell is 2. Number of atoms in a simple cubic unit cell is 1. Let's move on to the face centered. Now if we move on to the face center, particles lie at the corner as well as in the center of the each face. The same example I am taking here. For the body center, this is right in the middle of the molecule. Middle of the unit. Face, when I say, it's on the one side of it. Each face will have like this atoms at the center. So particles lie at the corner as well as in the center of the face. Point number 2. Those atoms in the corner touch those in the faces but not each other. The same explanations. What's the point of explanations we are giving, ma? Those atoms in the corner touch those in the faces. So this is the one side faces. The corner ones touch the center one, but they do not touch one another, as in the case of body centered. Each face is shared between the two unit cell. If you remember, I gave you the explanation. I've marked a lattice point here. If it shares with the one more unit here, one more unit, between the two they share and they bring into their completion. So each phase is shared between the two unit cell. Each atom in the phase center makes a half contribution to the unit cell. If you remember this point, what we told here, phase center makes a half contribution, meaning half in this unit and half in this unit shared, so that they make up to one full atom or a particle they make up to. So therefore number of atoms in a FCC unit cell is NC by 8. NC by 8 will be the number of atoms in the corner for every category. Here plus NF by 2. F stands for number of atoms in the faces. Where do we get this 6 from? I told you all, every cube has got the 6 sides in it. 6 sides are contributing half of their part for the unit cell. So together what's the answer we get here? 3. So 6 by 2 gives me 3 as the answer. 8 by 8 is equals to 1. So together we get 4 as the answer. The last category, calculating the number of atoms at the edge center. Now once again, how many edges do we have? If you remember, number of edges equals to 12 edges we've got. And what's their contribution? 4 edges combining together to give us a one particular full unit of, atom in the unit. So contribution is 1 by 4. Therefore number of atoms is equals to 12 into 1 by 4 plus NC by 8. NC is number of atoms at the corner. So when we simplify, here we get a 4. So finally I summarize in one word for you all. Number of unit cell in a simple cubic system is 1. Number of atoms in a body centered cubic is equals to 2. And number of atoms in the face centered cubic system is 4. And the number of atoms at the edge centered cubic system is 4. Thank you.